Yeah, so whenever we are learning about the Linux, so we are having about this, the commands and command put it. So where you are asking about this, the terminal, right? The terminal or command prompt, which we use it to run this all the commands. But what is that terminal and how does the terminal is helping us to run all these commands? Yes, if you, I mean, maybe you got it like a Linux architecture. So the first app and app application or the user, what are the commands we are executing about it? So we need to have this one interface where we can run this all the commands. So that interface is helping about it to take this all the requests, whatever we are trying to execute it. That means all the commands of the Linux. And that interface is going to take that the request and it is going to hand over to this kernel, the kernel which is helping about it like interacting with the hardware resources and performing this activity and giving this on the base of the command which is executed by this the user, giving us the response back to this through that interface, that is shell. Yeah, so if you just understand that like the shell point of view, as we're saying, there's like a hardware resources of the server, and then these hardware resources like to interact with that, so we are going to use that the kernel, so which is helping about it so hardware resources like a network point of view or like storage point of view or a processor point of view to execute it. So all the set of the peripherals which are required to to interact with us like a hardware resources. But how it is going to help us is we have this another layer the which is helping that the kernel layer. So kernel, so which interact with the hardware. But like a kernel, when it is going to interact with this, the hardware is, yes, like the user point of view or application. So user point of view, like we need to have this some interfaces. So that is shell is that's like one kind of that interface which is helping that taking this all the requests from the users or application. User point of view, or if you are running this any application point of view. So this application, so what are the commands or user point of what are the commands we are running about it. So we need to have this the interface, that is shell is that's like interface which is helping us to take that the request is the kind of the command you are executing is nothing but this kind of the request. The shell is helping about it as an interface. So taking that and executing this command at kernel level, the kernel is going to do this the processing about it that request and any storage required or any networks dependencies or like the peripherals of this the hardwares like communicating with this the hardware sources and giving the response to the shell is going to help that to get this response back that to the user or application. Yeah, so if we just observe that like any commands we are running about it, yeah, the shell is that main interface. So that interface, yes, you have GUI based interfaces or like a terminal based interface. Yes, you are opening this terminal is nothing but yes, like you are indirectly interacting with that the shell. Okay, so the shell is the interface which is helping about it to take this the request of this the users and performing that activity by taking the help from this the kernel and giving the response back to that user or application. Yeah, the shell is an environment in which we can run about our commands or the programs or the shell scripts.